Hi, thank you so much for your willingness to serve in the ministry of Christ Church by serving as one of our Sunday morning greeters. This is a really important role each and every Sunday morning in the life of our church. And one of the reasons it's so important is because you will be, as a greeter, one of the first impressions that new visitors and guests who are checking out our church for the first or second or third time have. And so, because we want to create a culture of hospitality and warmth and welcome, it's really significant that the people standing at the front doors welcoming people model that. So, thank you for your willingness to participate in our mission together by greeting people on Sunday mornings. There are two different greeter stations on Sundays. The first of those is the front door greeter. Those are the two double doors that are glass doors that are the entry points into our sanctuary. We would like you, if you're scheduled via Planning Center for this role, to arrive at 9:45 on the Sunday on which you're scheduled and simply to stand outside the front door. It's also fine for you to hold the front door open for people if you wish. And the main thing we want you to remember is to smile, to be welcoming, to say hello, to say thanks for coming this morning. Especially if you see someone that you don't know, that is unfamiliar to you. You don't need to say, "Is this your first time here?" But you do need to go out of your way to welcome them and make them feel comfortable. So the number one task of that front door greeter is to be there on time at 9:45 and to be warm, friendly, and welcoming. Number two task is to anticipate people maybe not knowing where to go, especially if you see someone walking up that you don't recognize and they have little children with them. One thing that it's valuable for you to do is point them towards the education building because they're likely going to check their children into Christ Church Kids. So you can ask them a question like, "Would you like to help me show you where to check your kids in?" And you can just point them straight across the pathway to the education building door. So those are the two important things that we would love for you to help us with as a front door greeter. The second station is the sanctuary doors. Once people are in the lobby, of course, there's two sets of double doors as we enter into the sanctuary. And if you are a sanctuary greeter, then we would like you basically to do the same thing that you would do if you were greeting someone at the front door, but you're greeting them again as they enter into the sanctuary. Again, the main thing we want to see from our greeters is a spirit of warmth, welcome, hospitality, so that people feel comfortable, so that people feel like, okay, I felt like I was known here and cared for here, and so that people want to come back. Those first impressions really, really do matter. Most people have already decided within the first 15 minutes of being in a new church if they would come back or not. So before the sermon even starts, the impression that you help us make really does matter. So thank you so much for partnering with us in this particular ministry. Your presence as a greeter really matters. The last piece of instruction is that we would like you to stay in your space until about 10 after 10. The worship service starts at about 10 to 10:05 usually, but as we all know, some people trickle in a little late, and often the people that trickle in late are first-time guests. So we ask our greeters, both at the front door and at the sanctuary, to remain in their greeting station until 10 after the hour. If you would do that, the total time is a little less than 30 minutes on a Sunday in which you serve in this ministry area. We really appreciate your willingness to do this and to help us continue to practice hospitality as a church. Thanks.